Honorable Speaker, my apologies. Quite a number of distractions. I think members are quite excited to be back after the short break. I'm told that we are all behaving like an opening day in school. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Senate amendments to the Public Finance Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 16, be now rejected. Honorable Speaker, the amendments, Honorable Speaker, proposed to the debt anchor of the PFM Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 16 of 2023, as proposed by the Senate, Honorable Speaker, would be very detrimental, especially to our work as the National Assembly, in line with the provisions of Article 95 and 221 of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, particularly the proposal to have, or rather to receive reports and pass resolutions on matters related to national government borrowing will impact the fiscal operations and financial management of the national government, especially when the resolutions relate to borrowing and which affect substantial amounts of the national government budgets and operations. Honorable Speaker, this will further curtail the function, as I said, of the National Assembly in the consideration of national government budgets when they are submitted every year by the 30th of April. This is solely under the purview, as I said, Honorable Speaker, of the National Assembly pursuant to Articles 95 and 221 of the Constitution, and these provisions, Honorable Speaker, are usually time-bound, that the estimates both on borrowing and the budget estimates, Honorable Speaker, must be tabled before the National Assembly by the 30th of April each year. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, if we were to go with the proposals or amendments as done by the Senate, Honorable Speaker, it means we will significantly interfere with the timelines of the budget-making process. And that is part of the reason why the committee decided to oppose the amendments as proposed by the Senate. Further, Honorable Speaker, the committee also did note that these proposals further introduce a new layer of bureaucracy in the approval of borrowing, which could affect the smooth implementation of our national government budgets. And furthermore, Honorable Speaker, consideration of the report by both houses could lead to conflicting resolutions on the national government borrowing without any available mechanism for the resolution of such a disagreement. And Honorable Speaker, it is indeed true. If there is a disagreement between this House and the Senate on issues to touch on borrowing, it will in a big way affect the budget-making process, which is strictly under the purview of the National Assembly. And Honorable Speaker, the drafters of our 2010 Constitution were clear when they give the power of the purse to the National Assembly. And I note the Honorable John Buddy is back in the House, Honorable Speaker. And having been in this House at the time when we began implementation of the 2010 Constitution, and being an accomplished accountant, he will tell you that the power of the purse having been given under Articles 94 to 96 to the National Assembly, Honorable Speaker, and also in line with Article 221, we must jealously protect that power and mandate given to this House. And therefore, I want to agree that we move this House to reject the amendments done by the Senate. And Honorable Speaker, then we can kick off a mediation process. And you can imagine, Honorable Speaker, as I said, should we find ourselves in such a situation at the time of budget making and we have disagreements, even on an amendment of a comma or a prefix of a word, Honorable Speaker, it will lead to another mediation process which could take months. And we have seen with the Division of Revenue Bill in the past, mediation going all the way up to the end of a financial year, Honorable Speaker, almost to the end of a financial year. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it will greatly curtail our budget-making process. And I want to beg, Honorable Speaker, that we do agree with the committee and safeguard the role of the National Assembly under Article 95 of the Constitution and protect our budget-making process, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, with that, I beg to move, and I want to ask the chair of the Privatization Committee, the Honorable Shuria, to second.
Honorable Shuria. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I seek to second the motion by the Leader of Majority. Honorable Speaker, I would also like to appreciate members of the Public Debt and Privatization Committee for their commitment and ensuring that their report is tabled on time. Honorable Speaker, in the consideration of the bill,